Today we continue our discussion on everything to do with vitamin B. B vitamins are essential vitamins for your overall health, and the best way to identify a vitamin B deficiency is by listening to messages your body sends you. Joining us again is clinical pharmacist Professor Natalie Schellack to tell us more about the messages our bodies send us and how to listen to these signs and symptoms. Professor Schellack, welcome back. Last week I know we touched on how vitamin B deficiency can be identified and what exactly it is. But today we want to know, what are the messages it sends our body?
I think the messages that is part of your vitamin B deficiency can become a little muddled, and that is why it's very important to always consult with a healthcare professional. And as mentioned last week, the vitamin B complex, or the various vitamins that are involved in the overall health of your nervous system and your blood-forming products and part of your metabolism, can have different pictures. So some of the deficiencies that you may experience as part of your nervous system is depression. You may feel tired. You may start feeling as though you cannot get up in the mornings. And I know that sounds a lot like every Monday morning, but you have to start recognizing some patterns. And if you think about the blood-forming products, especially with vitamin B12, cobalamin, you may start feeling very tired, and you can see how closely that is related to your nervous system. And then as part of your overall nervous system, and you may start feeling a tingling in your hands and feet, or you may have colds a little bit more regular. And some of these symptoms may form part of everyday health, but it's important then to reevaluate your diet and consult a healthcare professional.
Professor, that's very interesting. I've noticed you mentioned pins and needles. How's that associated with vitamin B?
Okay, so pins and needles may occur because of a deficiency in vitamin B, especially the vitamins that look after your overall nervous system health. And these are more specifically vitamin B1, B6, and then B12. And then pins and needles could be a symptom of peripheral neuropathy. And then peripheral neuropathy, you need to test your vitamin B levels.
I was about to ask you, you mentioned these symptoms that forms part of having a vitamin B deficiency,
yes.
But you also mentioned that it's a little bit muddled. So how do I know the difference that, maybe I've got a vitamin B deficiency or perhaps something else?
Yes, it's a little bit like the chicken and the egg, because you have to ask yourself, where are you at this moment in time? For example, vitamin B6 is it's very important in the manufacturing of neurotransmitters, for example, serotonin and noradrenaline, which forms the basis of depression. So is it a vitamin deficiency, or is it part of where I am at this moment? Is it part of my disease? You have to look at, are you depressed at this moment? Are you eating healthy? Are you having a good exercise regimen? And then when one of those answers is no, you go to your healthcare professional, they do some vitamin levels, they evaluate your vitamin B levels, which is something that you can do readily, that's readily available. So it's important to look at it, the whole picture, and consult with your healthcare professional.
Okay. Is it possible to have a surplus of vitamin B in your system?
So actually the answer is no,
Okay.
because it's a water-soluble compound. It cannot be stored anywhere. You need to take small amounts of it every day, and then based on your overall health condition, that might be in a diet, or you'll have to supplement it with a vitamin supplement, dependent on what your primary condition is.
It's so incredible, because normally when I feel fatigue or I know that my energy levels are down, the first thing I always ask myself is, when was the last time you've checked your vitamin B level? Why is it like that?
It's because vitamin B forms an important coenzyme. So it is a very important factor that assists with your metabolic products. And with your metabolic products, we talk about carbohydrates, the metabolism of carbohydrates, the metabolism of your amino acids. So those are your proteins, your overall nervous system. So vitamin B6 and vitamin B12 is important for myelin sheath production. So in other words, it coats some of your nervous system cells, which relays messages. And vitamin B1, thiamine, is important for overall regulation of your nervous system. So if you don't have enough energy, which is your carbohydrates, and you're a sports person, you don't have enough vitamins to assist in that process, then you may be tired.
Well, thank you, Professor Schellack, for joining us again this morning and shedding some light on vitamin B. And join us again next week when we find out one of the risk groups of a vitamin B deficiency and how diabetes affects your vitamin B levels.